Hola, hola, mis amores. Welcome in, honey. Let's get into it. I'm going to stream, if I can, from Instagram. I swear, like, my Instagram has been acting up. The retrograde is really not playing with anyone. Okay? Really. Because it does glitch and everything, but like it's been really crazy, like trying to go live or make something. Like it always switches to story and then I don't know how to go back. Okay. Hola, mis amores. It's your girl, Clementine, and we're going to get into our all sides horoscopes for the full moon in Libra, baby. It's popping off this Saturday, April 12th. Okay, we have the full moon in Libra, the first full moon after eclipse season. Okay, how are we feeling? This is the last week of eclipse season, last week of retrogrades, even though things are stopping retrograde, we're still entering into the shadow period. So let's not forget that, okay, as we're in this transitionary period. This is not like a green light, go for it, but this is definitely where the pieces of the puzzle start to fall together, okay? So let me know how you're doing, where you're watching from. I'm out here in Nueva York, okay? We're doing pretty good. Okay, we're doing pretty good. I just finished all of our eclipse retrograde readings. Okay, so I did that. I posted our written all signs horoscopes too. And now we're going to get into our reading. Okay. We're going to go through the signs, all the signs, and see what our spirit guides, angels, ancestors want us to know for this full moon in Libra. Okay. So you guys know it is going to be at 8:22 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I will be doing our Reiki. Okay. Now, Reiki is a spiritual healing attunement, healing practice that has a Japanese healing modality. Okay. And so what it does is for stress reduction, peace, okay, for soothing yourself, cleansing your aura, letting go of stagnancy, letting go of mental, emotional pains. And we are working with the Libra Venusian energy of sweetening, okay, sweetening ourselves, sweetening our energy field, our aura, our relationship to ourselves, our relationship to our work, to our job, to our family, all of the things. Okay. So if you're interested in that, okay, sweetening your life, magnetism, attraction, attracting miracles, secure a spot on my website. I'll be going live on Saturday at 9 p.m. for about an hour. We're going to start off with our sound bath so we can cleanse and heal ourselves on the cellular vibrational level. Then get into our on-screen Reiki and finalize it with a tarot reading. The next day I post the magic altar and a Reiki report. So I'm really looking forward to that. Okay. Full moons are very powerful and they can be bringing up a lot of clarity and very much giving emotion. So if you've been feeling emotional overwhelm, wanting to cleanse your energy, secure your spots on my website. I'm also doing tarot readings. What else we got? Tarot readings, astrology readings. I finished 50 eclipse retrograde readings. Okay, let me know if you guys have any ideas for upcoming readings. Also, decoding astrology, we have class number 2 tomorrow, which I'm looking forward to. Okay, lots of announcements, lots of things going on, but everything is taking time. So thank you guys for being patient with the process, being patient with your girl. So let's get into this tea, baby. The full moon in Libra. Now, what's very interesting about this is that we have been having eclipses in Libra and Aries. And so the solar eclipse in Aries that we had on March 29th marks the end of this cycle. So this being the first lunation, new or full moon in Libra that is not an eclipse in the past year and a half. Okay, in the past year and a half. It's pretty significant. And I feel like because full moons are illuminating and they're giving us clarity, this one could also feel extra emotional. Okay, and the same day that we have this full moon, we're also having the ruler of this full moon, which is Venus, stationing direct. Okay, so when we think about these signs are not just like living on them like by themselves. They're all ruled by a planet. Okay, planets are like the macro. Okay, whereas the signs are like the micro. All right. And so when we're tapping into the Venus energy and Venus is in Pisces, okay, Venus is doing well. It's in Pisces, but it's been retrograde. So what have we been learning about our values? What have we been learning about our money, our finances? What have we been learning about our relationships and our relationship to ourselves, as well as taking care of ourselves, as well as taking care of our mental health, providing peace for ourselves, providing safe havens for ourselves. Venus retrograde could have brought on a lot of reconciliations and also simultaneous Venus Mercury retrograde people from the past, or remembering versions of yourself from the past and highlighting where you want to go. I feel like this Venus retrograde that was in Pisces and Aries is really highlighting a rebrand for yourself, a rebrand for the way you connect with people. And Libra is the sign of relationships. These are the people who need their connections. They need their besties. They need that, one-on-one interaction. They're better together. So full moon in Libra with Venus stationing direct that day is also highlighting relationship. It's a big weekend for relationships. Okay. Now you could be finding out a secret, okay, about a friend, a lover, a business partner. You could also, because Venus retrograde had us think twice about what and who we love. So you could also be wondering if you want to stay in a relationship, or if you want to remove yourself from a relationship, or if a relationship needs to grow in different ways in order to keep your attention, in order to keep your loyalty, in order to keep your energy open to receive. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's really questioning that, do you still love what you do? Do you still love who you are? Do you still love what you do with your time? Do you still love this person? Do you still love this friendship? Like, how have there been adjustments that need to be made? And it's also asking us to be charitable. Okay. Venus is retrograde in Pisces. This is like the energy of being a giver. Okay. Seeing how you can help others. And so often in eclipses and retrograde periods, we can feel down on ourselves. And the number one quickest way to transmute that is to make someone else's day, and also to rely on your feelings of gratitude. Okay. Gratitude for the things that you have too. Okay, so when you're staying in that focus of, you're focusing on what's beautiful, you're focusing on doing something beautiful, doing something peaceful, being there for other people, that's going to be beautiful. That's going to help add more beauty and less stress to your life. Also, this is a time for artists, okay? And artists getting their groove back, artists channeling or using different modalities or mediums to get their word out there, to get their message out there. So if you're an artist, definitely need to get to work, okay? And this full moon is going to be making a square to Mars. Now we're in Aries season. Aries is ruled by Mars. So Venus and Mars, women and men relationships, women's rights, fighting for women. Okay. Mars is very activated in Cancer right now, because it's like literally finally leaving Cancer, where it's been for like 7 months. Okay. So it's coming into a realization of how have our actions been nourishing us? Have they been supporting us? Who do we go to for family, or where do we feel a sense of belonging and nourishment? And also we're entering into a really big Aries era. Okay. Neptune just moved into Aries. Saturn is going to move into Aries. And with this, it's kind of activating collectively, because these outer planets are representing the collective shifts and the vibrations, okay, of like the culture. We are activating and entering into a spiritual soldier, spiritual warrior type of vibe. Okay. Like when we think about Aries, Aries is a fighter, right? Aries is like the knife. Okay. So people are wanting to also protect themselves. Okay. Protect themselves. So we're looking out for protection, not only for ourselves, but also who we love, what we love, who we want to care for. Okay. So big mama bear energy. So yeah, that's basically what I'm seeing with this. Also, the sun is going to be with Chiron. So this is going to be actually activating also some triggers, shadow sides, things that we might not want to see about ourselves, having to work through them. This is the asteroid that represents the wounded healer. So we're seeing that what has wounded us is also the medicine to heal us. So we're being faced with our shame, we're being faced with our shadow side, we're being faced with our regret. And so it could be a little triggering. Okay. So there could be triggering dynamics in these relationships. And whenever we have a full moon with Mars, people feeling agitated, they're feeling impulsive, they're driving crazy on the road. So be very careful as well with that. Full moons are a time to go out. Full moons are a time to party and spend time with your friends, especially with it being in Libra. You definitely want to see your friends, but be careful with people on the road. Be careful with people who go from 0 to 100. Okay. And make sure that you have some sort of protection, talisman, protection prayers, protection on you. Okay. With the full moon square into Mars, I feel like, you know, and so much energy happening with Mars, we could be hearing of, you know, accidents, things with fire, things with guns, things with knives, people fighting. Okay. Point blank fighting. Domestic violence as well. Domestic violence could be a theme because it is in Cancer, which rules over the home. Okay. I love that. A honeybee cocktail. I love the bee's knees. That is such a good one too. If you guys had bee's knees with honey and lemon and ginger. Oh my God. So good. Okay. So we talked about like the collective energy. Okay. It's giving Venus retrograde, rebrand, relationships coming back, you know, Mars agitation, feeling like you want to do something, people want to pop up, they want to be busy. Okay. We talked about how we're going to be doing our Reiki that day for our sweetening for attraction, magnetism, and charm. So yeah, let's get into our signs. We're going to be getting into our signs, and we're starting with Aries. Aries sun, Aries moon, Aries rising. After the live, I will be putting up the timestamp so you can skip ahead. And I'm also streaming on YouTube and Twitter. So if you go on YouTube or Twitter, you're able to rewind the reading while it's still live. Okay. So Aries, what is good? Okay. Aries, what is good? Aries, it is your time. It's your season. Happy birthday to my Aries celebrating. You know, another year is another blessing. Okay. Don't take your breath for granted. Full moon in Libra is a great time to get your friends together, get your people together. Okay, Aries. Now, because of the fact that this full moon in Aries, full moon in Libra, sorry, is happening in your house of relationships, you could also be seeing how some relationships are needing to grow, make adjustments, change, or there's a secret coming out around a relationship. Okay, some clarity coming around relationships. And the biggest signature of this could also be, you know, closing out, you know, being close to certain people doesn't mean that you don't love them, but maybe you're distancing yourself, you're loving them from afar. Maybe you're, you know, having some people that are having boundaries with you, and so there could be certain relationship breakups or people exiting your life. And two, as people exit your life, you're also making waves for new energy, new people are aligned with who you are. Aries has been in a series of self-discovery, and we just had that solar eclipse in Aries. So you guys are definitely feeling the magnetism of this full moon, illuminating who you call a friend, who you call a lover, who you call a family member. And it's very important for you guys with Mercury and Venus retrograding here in your 12th house to take a break, okay? To know like, all right, yes, I want to do all these things. Yes, I'm feeling activated, but Rome wasn't built in a day. And so this is a full moon that's asking you to practice patience. That's asking you to step into an awareness of divine time. And also that's asking you not to run away. Your unconscious, you know, your habits, they may be asking you to just hit snooze, hit D&D on your healing, but you have to answer the call, okay? The dreams are going to maybe be repetitive. They could be prophetic. So paying attention to your astral world is going to be a lot, is going to be interesting. And you guys also just need to spend time in bed. You need to spend time alone. You need to spend time resting. Okay, Aries, that's what I'm seeing with you guys, especially some of you guys are getting in arguments or confrontations with people that you live with. So you want to be mindful that you are not repeating certain patterns that you want to progress from. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying, Aries? Okay. It's giving boundaries will bless you. And, you know, Neptune is now in your sign. So with Neptune in your sign, you're getting a dose of like, okay, wanting to connect with the deeper meaning of life, which means that you are kind of closing out to the superficial, the materialistic parts of life. And you guys got the Magician card, which was our card of the day. Okay. The Magician card is saying that you guys have the resources, you have the tools, you have the connections, you have the people. What do you want to make magic with? The Magician is also you entering into a fresh era, which we can see from that solar eclipse that we had in Libra. So now it's like, now that you have the connections, now that you have the people, now that you have the vision, what are you going to do with it? What will you make with it? And I also feel like with the Magician card, it's like you are getting in your creative bag. You're sensing things, like your third eye is highly potent. And even if you feel like you don't have these things physically, they are coming, okay? Spiritually, you have them. They could be coming through your partnerships. They could be coming through right place at the right time. So to not give up before the miracle occurs, okay? Aries. And happy birthday, Carmen. Happy birthday. For you, Aries just turned 30. That's a blessing. Okay, Taurus, Taurus sun, Taurus moon, Taurus rising. Are the Taurus in the building? Okay, let me see the bulls if the Taurus are in the building. Taurus. Okay. Taurus, it's really, really, really important for you to switch it up on these people, okay? You cannot be caught out here being predictable. It's time for you to get activated. It's time for you to enter into the final phase of liberation, okay? Taurus is breaking the chains of everything that they no longer resonate with. They are saying goodbye, good riddance, and see you mother effing never. Okay, see you mother effing never, because baby, we do not have time for that. Okay, Uranus is in Taurus wrapping up. Okay, so Taurus is like, you thought you knew me, allow me to reintroduce myself. Okay, now the full moon here is asking you, how do you relate and deal with stress? When you feel overwhelmed, how do you relate? If you are not careful, you can get into an accident. You can hurt yourself by accident. So you slow down, whether this is breaking a nail, accidentally cutting yourself, or something out of the blue comes up that you have to deal with, okay? Now, Taurus, you need to take care of your physical health. Go to the dentist, visit the doctor, get that massage. What can you do to help you process the stress that is being stored in your physical body? Because all illnesses is starting off in our aura, okay? They're all starting off in our aura, in our subtle energy realm, in the fact that we haven't processed an emotion, in the fact that we have not like allowed ourselves to be truly deep and vulnerable with our healing process, which is important for you to know that it is not linear. Okay, it is cyclical. So what cycle are you in right now? Okay, now Taurus, it's very important for you to rest and get the proper sleep that you need as you prepare for your time and your season. But with Venus being retrograde, right, Taurus has been going through a process too, where it's like they're reevaluating what they value, what they spend their money on. They could also be having friends come back from the past, or picking up on an idea, a passion that they had, and bringing it new life. So that's going to be very important to you. It's like, just because it's an old idea doesn't mean like it's a dead idea. You can still breathe life into it. You guys are also being faced with your shadow. Okay, heavy on the being faced with your shadow. So you need to shine a light on it and see, maybe things aren't as hard. Maybe you're not as alone. Who can you lean on for support? That's going to be a very important thing for Taurus, is who can you lean on for support? Okay, very important too, if you guys are feeling like you want to spend some money or do something different with yourself, like, is it a waste of time? Is it really going to scratch that itch, or is that itch really more emotional? Okay, you guys have the moon card, which is very in alignment with the sun being in your 12th house of dreams. So the moon card, you focusing on your mental health, going to therapy, healing yourself, being vulnerable, journaling about your dreams, journaling about your subconscious or about your conscious desires. Okay, you could also be doing a stream of conscious writing so that you do tap in with your unconscious, right? With the moon card, there could also be, if you're a mother, different downloads that you're getting around being a parent, or as well healing your inner child with this energy. You also maybe need to reach out to your own mother or a grandmother with the moon card. Okay, I also want my Tauruses to take advantage of getting their finances together because Jupiter has been blessing you in your money house. So if you are really needing to get super, super aware of that, especially with Venus retrograde, what you're spending your money on, how much you're making, rather how much you're spending. Okay. Thank you for the badge, my love. Sending blessings to you for your full moon in Libra. Oh, thank you. These earrings are Rocio Marie. Okay. Like a third eye vibe with the teardrops. Like my eyes are crying. Like this, I told you guys it's going to be an emotional week. Okay. But today is a good day. Tomorrow seems a little busy. Okay. All right. Gemini sun, Gemini moon, Gemini rising, Gemini Mercury, Gemini. So what's good with my Geminis? Are the Geminis in the building? Are the Geminis in the building? This full moon happening in Libra, you guys have gotten a lot of clarity around your friendships and your visions and what you want to create and what you desire for yourself. And this full moon for you guys is really about you tending and taking care of yourself. You might need to take yourself on a self-care date. You might need to do something to treat yourself. And you're going through a creative awakening, creative expansion, and you're feeling like you're ready to give birth to something new. Whether this is a new creative version of yourself, a new project, okay? If you have children, this could also be you spending time with your children, doing something different with your children, wanting to go on an adventure. Right now, we have Venus and Mercury retrograding in your house of career. So this could show that there are changes happening in your career, adjustments that need to be made. A little bit of also with the Saturn energy, we could be having more responsibilities or having to set our boundaries at work, set our boundaries with our hours or with our time or how much energy we're pouring into this. Venus retrograde here, you may be also wanting to go through a sort of rebrand. You want people to see you in a different way. And you could also be feeling like with Mercury retrograde, even though it is out of retrograde, we're still in the post shadow period. You could still feel like there's certain glitches or that you're having trouble or difficulty expressing yourself. And there could be wounds coming up around friendships, okay? Around friendships or around feeling like you haven't accomplished as much as you wanted to. There's a lot of focus on your career and on, your persona, the way that people see you. And so with the retrogrades here, it's like maybe you're feeling misunderstood. Maybe you are also remembering how people from the past you see you and realizing how much you have grown. Okay. And then we have the King of Swords in the reverse. With the King of Swords in the reverse, Gemini, you're also needing to feel like, okay, sniffing out, there's some brain fog. So you need to sniff out who's trying to sell you a dream or a lie, okay? And who's trying to tell you the truth. There could be someone who's omitting something, omitting how they feel. They want to get along just to get along. So be mindful of that as well. You guys are also needing to get very organized with your schedule, with your time, because there could be something that you kind of space on or something that you kind of forget with this King of Swords in the reverse, okay? Also, this is about if you have like your own business or you have a certain goal for yourself, writing it down and being very clear on it, okay? All right, now we're getting into Cancer, Cancer sun, Cancer moon, Cancer rising. How are we doing, Cancers? Are you guys in the building? Cancer. What's good? So Cancer, you guys are ruled by the moon. So whenever we have a full moon, you guys are the ones that will always feel it a little bit extra hard. Okay. So with the full moon here happening, baby, in the sign of luscious, sexy, beautiful Libra, this is definitely activating the Cancers a little bit more than an ordinary full moon. Okay. Because it's representing your house of home, Cancers may be feeling like they want to move or they want to spend extra time at home, have people over their home. There could be some sort of emotional purge or emotional breakthrough that you're going through with someone that you live with or also with a family member. I feel like for you guys, you're also feeling like, this full moon is activating the Mars in your sign. So you could be feeling extra defensive, extra ready to fight, extra spicy. All right. And so I think the best use of your time would be studying, reading a book, exploring, taking a trip, going outside of your comfort zone. That is going to be giving you more information than assumptions or running to conclusions, jumping to conclusions. Okay. I'm really excited for Cancer because you're about to be blessed by Jupiter in the end of May, June for about a year. And so that's going to be making you feel more optimistic. If you have been feeling like you're going through a hard time, this should start to lighten up within 2 months. Okay. Because, right, we're in April. Yeah. By June. So within a month, that is something to look forward to for you guys. And, yeah, with the sun, the sun in the 10th house, you guys are feeling like, you could be feeling triggered for some of you guys at work. You guys could be feeling a little bit triggered and realizing how you want to deal with it. And also feeling like there's more opportunities coming to you. You're having your way more. You could be a little bit more magnetic, a little bit more charming around this time. So this is about focusing on that, being very confident even when you don't feel like it. And there could also be something that happens in your home that kind of takes your time and energy as well away from, or kind of throws up or messes your schedule up a little bit, like something you have to take care of in your space. You guys have the Tower card, okay, Cancer? So with the Tower card, you guys are needing to expect the unexpected. Anything can happen, okay, with this Tower card. And this is about getting outside of your comfort zone, okay? Realize things as they are, not as you wish them to be, not as your rose-colored glasses has it to be. With the Tower card, there needs to be some sort of shakeup. It cannot remain the same. So this could also be you taking initiation, you taking action on something that you know isn't sustainable, that you know is depleting you, that you know is sent from something that, is trying to distract you or deplete your energy. Okay, the Tower card. Yikes. Leo sun, Leo moon, Leo rising. What's good for my Leos? Sorry, babe. Leo. So Leos, y'all about to get activated because Mars is about to go into Leo. Okay, but for right now, it's really important for you guys to activate your throat chakra. Okay, Leos, this is not the time for you to see no evil, hear no evil, whatever. Okay, speak no evil. This is your time to keep it real. Okay, share your findings with the group. Do you want to share them with the class? That would be great. People can learn a lot from you at this time. So, this could be you sharing information, being a teacher, being a preacher, talking about the things that you have been enveloping yourself with, whether that is, financial literacy, whether that is how to get rid of debt, or how to work with, healing your ancestral lineage and your generational trauma. It's like you are here to share that knowledge with people. Some of you guys too, you want to take a trip. This could be a last minute trip, a long distance trip, a road trip, but you would benefit from changing out your scenery. But I also feel like this full moon in Libra, part of it is going to activate your throat chakra because you'll be speaking about the healing work that you've been doing. You'll be speaking about, doing shadow work, or as well, you could be feeling triggered, okay, by your family, by finances, by divine detours and divine interventions, that it's showing you where you still have work, quote unquote, to do. Okay, where you still have work to do. Okay, that's another important thing that I'm seeing with you guys. If you want to watch another sign that you missed, though, you can go to YouTube or Twitter and rewind. Okay, and rewind. Now, a special memo for my late Leos born at the end of Leo season. You could have a lot of surprising, shocking revelations happening too. Uranus is in Taurus, and it's going to be activating the Leos, especially the late Leos. Okay, so if you're born almost by Virgo season, and so there's going to be a lot of radical shifts happening for you in April. It's going to keep you on your toes, baby. Okay, but do not procrastinate and do not delay. Eight of Pentacles, you guys are going to have a lot of work to do, but the sooner you start, the sooner you may be done, or the sooner you could also pivot. All right. That's what I'm seeing with that. Do not procrastinate, but there is a lot of work to do, and you will be gaining momentum to do it as Mars moves into Leo. So we love that. Virgo, Virgo sun, Virgo moon, Virgo rising. What's good with my Virgos? Okay. Virgo, this has been a time. All right. It's been a time for the Virgos. I feel like for you guys here, you guys are letting go of certain things. Like you guys are wanting to detox. You guys are wanting to cleanse. You guys are wanting to donate. Like, you know, maybe go on a minimalist around you. It's like less is more. You're getting rid of certain things that have been weighing you down, that don't hold any value anymore. Some of you guys may also be needing to spend money to make money, or you're spending money, but it's going to be paying off. All right. You're spending money, but it pays off. Okay. You're making investments in your future. Okay. But yeah, you could also be here dealing with focusing on your insurances, your tax, your debts, getting better rates. That could help you. Also healing out and going through like a rebirth, healing generational trauma that's been passed down to you. And there's a hyper focus on your relationships. Now, you guys have been the number one sign that's probably going to be reconciling with people from your past, where these are old business colleagues, or old lovers, or old best friends. So you guys are reconciling here, but that doesn't mean that you can't have boundaries, or that you can't have standards. Okay. You need to have those hard, tough conversations with people and hold yourself and them accountable to those conversations. Okay. But your big message right now is finances and money, what's coming in and what's going out. You could potentially also be, like I said, spending more money, or perhaps plotting on ways to make more money. And there could also be arguments that happen with friendships or communities where you just feel like you guys are butting heads. You may also be feeling judged. Okay, we have the Judgment card. You're feeling like other people are judging you. Your friends, your lovers, your partners, husbands, sister wives are judging you. Or they could feel like, Virgo, you have been hypercritical of them. And you can so easily point out their flaws. But then when it comes to your flaws, you're like, I'm perfect. Okay. I strive for perfectionism. I'm perfect. So be mindful of that. Okay, Virgo, that's what I'm seeing for you. Also, the Judgment card gives realization. So hella clarity coming. Now we're on Libra. So Libras, you guys are the main characters of this moon, right? The full moon is in Libra. It's in your sign. It's in who you are. We have a full moon in our sign. You know, this could show like you're going through like a fresh cycle of your intuition is getting stronger. Okay. Your purpose is getting more clear. And, you know, you're also going to be feeling very emotional too, and feeling like, also, some of you guys are going to be feeling very proud of how far you've come, or proud of your relationships, or proud of the connections that you have built. This could also be feeling like a fun, exhilarating time where it's like you never know what's going to happen. There's so many changes, there's so many developments that it's like, yeah. And like you guys are very social. So you guys are wanting to be seen, you're wanting to be with others. Like you could be meeting very important people, or wanting to pour and give your energy into helping others, giving back to others. Now, you guys have Venus and Mercury retrograding in the 6th house. So you guys can be like, let's say you used to have breakouts, right? You could be getting, having those breakouts come back again. Okay. Visiting old doctors or old healers that you used to go to. All right. And also rearranging your schedule so that you have more time to pour into yourself, your self-care, your self-practice, or just solitude. Okay, Libra, that's what I'm seeing for you guys. You're ruled by Venus. Venus is retrograding in your 6th house. So you could also be wanting to, rework. Okay, change up your work, change up the energy that you bring to work, redecorate your office. Okay, things like that. Another thing could be the way that you relate to stress, or the way that you allow other people's stress to seep into your stress, because you're so empathetic. Okay, so it's like having those boundaries with people, things. And as well, Venus retrograding here is Maybe you guys are working on your body goals, your revenge body. You're going to detox. You're using movement as medicine. Okay, so getting your health, physical health is very important. Drinking your water. Okay, I need to drink my water, but I'll do that after this. I'll do that after this. Okay. You know, I'm literally so crazy, you guys. I wrote the horoscopes today and I'm going live for horoscopes. I don't think I've ever done that before. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time. And I did like 7 readings. That's crazy. That's a lot. Yes, organized. Okay, we have the 4 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles for you guys. So you guys are saving your energy, saving your time. And some of you guys have closed off a little bit and you don't really want to let other people in. But in this season, it is about letting people in. Okay. Even if you got hurt before, that doesn't mean that in the future people are going to hurt you now. Okay. Literally. On a roll. Is this what happens when I don't work out first thing in the morning? Also, you guys are saving for something big. But I will be going tonight to yoga, period. Okay, Scorpio. Scorpio sun, Scorpio moon, Scorpio rising. Yes, if you've been feeling heaviness too, you guys, it is still eclipse season. Libra is still a major, Libra's a major sign for the eclipses because we're wrapping up that Aries Libra cycle that started in 2023. Okay, so yes, there's a lot, even though this is not an eclipse. So first full moon in Libra, that's not an eclipse. Okay, so it's like we're getting clarity on a timeline, a story that started in 2023. Guys, why I said think about October 2023. All right, Scorpio, Scorpio sun, Scorpio moon, Scorpio rising. Come to the front. Are the Scorpios in the building? Hey, we got the Scorpios in the building with the Scorpios coming in on divine time. Okay. Also, you guys, if you've been feeling weight, if you've been feeling the heaviness, cleanse with me spiritually on Saturday for our eclipse, not eclipse, wow. For our full moon in Libra Reiki, we are doing a sweet as honey sweetening activation to make life more sweet, more peaceful, more beautiful, more luscious, more self-love. Okay, so Scorpios, you guys are needing to just take a chill pill. Okay, Scorpio, take a chill pill. What that means, what that means is that you need time to rest. You need time to reflect. You need time to lay low. You don't want to be around things that are going to trigger you to escape, to smoke, to eat, to drink, to, play, to game, to ignore, right? What feelings are coming up right now. Scorpio needs to go to bed a little bit earlier and sleep in a little bit later. Scorpio could also be seeing the ways that they go against themselves, like you act against your own self-interest and your self-sabotaging habits can be coming up. Okay. And so you guys are feeling into, reflecting on how you deal with stress and how you spend your time. And maybe there's so you guys are needing to put in a little bit more, intentionality into your work, and also how you're taking care of your physical, mental health. Okay. Also, how you're taking care of your physical and mental health is going to be important. Now, this full moon is aspecting Mars, which is your ruler. So you can be feeling motivated to start a new job, to be motivated in your career, be motivated as well in traveling or connecting, networking with people, using your education, using your prior experience to do something new. Okay. Thank you for the badge, my love. Speaking blessings over your full moon in Libra. Okay. Yes. So that's another thing. Another thing you guys have to know is don't let this full moon get you agitated, get you activated, get you acting impulsively, got you acting irrationally. Okay. If you have children, they may also be taking up more time, or you're having to keep teaching them or going over with them like the same ish. Okay. You need to have patience. 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles is about patience. It's about your legacy. And also you guys have been probably getting downloads or dream visitations from your ancestors and their guidance. But this is all about patience and how things are not happening overnight. You have to invest day by day, daily. Okay. Then we have our Sagittarius, Sagittarius sun, Sagittarius moon, Sagittarius rising. Okay. So our Sagittarius, how are you guys feeling? If you're in the building, let me know. Let me know. Yes, a very, very productive day, babe. Very, very productive. But yeah, Sagittarius, this full moon in Libra, you guys have met a lot of people, or you have been letting go perhaps of a lot of friendships and shit like that, and you like, I know what I want and I know who I want to be around. And so with this full moon, you could be celebrating a friend's birthday, okay, or having a lot to do for a purpose that you have, like a group or organization that you're collaborating, that you're connecting with. You're pouring your energy and attention into that. It's very important for you guys, okay, to realize how your taste and have shifted, okay? How certain things that you used to resonate with, certain things that you used to like, you may no longer like anymore. And it's like about getting to know the new you, getting to know your new true self. And you guys are all through a creative awakening. This creative awakening is inspiring you to give birth to something new, a new project, something creative. Okay. Some of you guys, this could be physically like a child. Okay. Fertility in that way. But you are giving birth to something, and it could be like extremely something that's been very inspiring to you, or something that you're doing with a group. Okay. You guys have been blessed in your house of relationships. So whether that is showing that your connections have expanded or they've gotten more intentional and more curated, you're realizing too with with Sagittarius that it's not only what you know, but who you know. Okay. Now, some of you guys are also going to be getting really good news, right? Really, really good news. And you're feeling like, I've been working for this. I've been waiting for this. This hasn't happened overnight, but I'm finally seeing that my work, the way that I showed up, my determination, my discipline, it didn't go unnoticed. I love that, Lily. Congratulations to your cousin and to you. She had a baby. We got the children vibes, and you're vending, doing something creative. We love that. Good luck. And think that's going to be great. It's a full moon weekend. So people are going to be outside. People are going to be outside. They're going to want to know what the vibe is. You guys got the Fool card, okay? Don't be afraid to do something different. Don't be afraid to do something unique, okay? The Fool card is about listening to your intuition, okay? The Fool card is about not having all the experience, but knowing that you were called, knowing that you were chosen, okay? Knowing that it's bigger than you, okay? And you've been following the breadcrumbs, you've been following the signs, you've been following the synchronicities, okay? And you're not afraid to be different, okay? Fool card. I love that. Okay, Capricorn, Capricorn sun, Capricorn moon, Capricorn rising. What's good with the Capricorn? So Capricorn, this is a big moon for you, okay? Because you are having this lunation happening in your 10th house. So Capricorn, that's why I wrote for you guys that it's like you guys have been, probably working a lot, but you do need to take some time for home. Okay. Now, whether this is you're redecorating your home, looking for a new home, or there's some tension or triggers with the people that you live with, a lot of focus and energy is going to that. But as well, there could be a promotion happening for Capricorns, expansion happening for Capricorns, opportunities, coming through, and you're feeling seen. You're getting your flowers. You're feeling validated. You're seeing how your hard work has paid off. Okay. It sounded like Capricorn deserves a little treat to me. Okay. It sounds like Capricorn deserves a little treat from me. Your voice is extra loud and people are hearing you. They're listening to you. They're learning from you. All right. So sharing that wisdom is very important. And this full moon is also aspecting that Mars in your 7th house, which can show that you're feeling very motivated, very determined. Like, you're waking up with a battery, a battery in your back, ready to attack, ready to take on the day, ready to be persistent, ready to not take no for an answer. And with the Mars energy too, you guys could feeling like I'm ready to fight. I'm not going down easy. You better know who I am. I love that. Congratulations on the new job. The fiance's a Cap. I love that. I love that. That's so crazy. The tarot school. Tarot school has been coming to me. People have been asking me to do it again. So I'm considering doing a new tarot school for next month. Okay. I'm considering doing a tarot school for next month. And I would do it very similarly where I'm going to record all new videos. They're not going to be the same. They're going to be different. And then I would host the lives so we can do the Q&A. Thank you for the badge, my love. Speaking blessings over you. We got the Rocio Marie. Yes. Okay. You want it. You want to see it. Okay. Let me know. I might do a poll. I think I did a poll. And I got a lot of people saying that they did want it. Okay. So it's happening. It's happening. It's going to be different, but the basis is going to stay the same. Okay. Teaching tarot. I'm getting downloads. Okay. Then we have the 3 of Wands for you guys. Okay. The 3 of Wands coming in is saying to explore. Okay. Something good can be coming in. Something you've been working for is coming in. And you're, again, realizing that the work is paying off. I love this card. Also, you know, this might mean that you're wanting to travel, plan a trip, maybe for 3 months down the line. Okay. Maybe for 3 months down the line. Okay. Aquarius sun, Aquarius moon, Aquarius rising. How are my Aquarius is feeling? Now, Aquarius, this full moon, okay, you're letting go of limiting beliefs. You're letting go of, you know, also living in a way where maybe you had been playing it safe or playing it small in some way. Okay. And so you're like, you know what, baby, I don't need to do that no more. Okay. Some of you guys are going to be very interested as well in taking a trip, okay, a long distance trip, particularly maybe a road trip, but it does feel very long distance. You know, you guys, there's a lot of energy happening in your house of money. So you could be needing to make certain returns or something you bought broke and it's like so annoying. That's another thing we can see with that energy. You guys also could be feeling like you are, you know, learning as you go, learning with experience rather than learning through a traditional education. And there could be certain confrontations too that are happening. Like maybe you're feeling very inflamed, you're feeling puffy, you're feeling bloated. Some of you guys can also be feeling agitated by your partner, romantic partner, or by your best friend and feeling like maybe there's some underlying tension that's going to be coming to the surface. Okay. You guys also are feeling extra busy in this season. So you want to make sure that your schedule is tight and that you are checking it and that you are not forgetting it. Okay. That's another thing you need to know and focus on. Okay. And I feel like you're transforming the way that you think about things. You guys have the 7 of Cups. So Spirit wants you to know there's more options. Don't limit yourself just because of the way that you used to do something. Okay. See what else is out there. Experiment. Okay. Experiment and see what you learn. Don't do certain things out of ego or out of, you know, when we sometimes are not developing our own gifts is because we have our eyes on someone else's gifts and we're thinking that they should be similar, they should be reflective when your gifts are yours. So focusing on what is for you. And again, abundance of options and choices. 7 of Cups. And now we're on Pisces. Pisces sun, Pisces moon, Pisces rising. I really feel like this is crazy. I really feel like this is crazy because tell me how I have literally been doing readings for like 7 hours and I'm on Pisces yet again. Okay. Pisces sun, moon rising. So yeah, let me know before we wrap up the live, you guys, let me know if we should do the tarot school in the comments. All right. Let me know if you have any ideas about other readings, but if I do tarot school, I'm not going to be having time to do extra readings like I've been doing, like the mini readings. I'm not going to have time because they take a lot of time. Okay. But that time would be going into the tarot school. And then, you know, we have our Reiki, Sweet as Honey Reiki this Saturday. Okay, so make sure you tap in, check in with this sweetening, charming. If you've been wanting to attract certain things into your life, that's what this is for. I'm also going to be making the honey oil. My new label, my new logo is going to be coming out in a couple of weeks. Well, actually, it should be coming out within a week, to be honest with you. So that's exciting. Also want to do Pilates, of course. And Reiki. Okay, Reiki school. All right. But yes, Pisces. Thank you guys. Pisces sun, Pisces moon, Pisces rising. Okay, Pisces. There is so much energy in Pisces, you guys. So let's go through it. We have Venus retrograde in Pisces, teaching direct. We have Saturn in Pisces. We have the North Node in Pisces. We have Mercury in Pisces. Pisces are very busy. Pisces are very activated. Definitely need to check on your Pisces friends, okay? But this full moon in Libra is saying, like, honestly, like sometimes when we make plans, God laughs. It's giving divine intervention. It's giving rebirth, shedding and breaking through generational traumas, generational timelines, okay? And all of that. All right. Some of you guys are also going to be feeling like you're wanting to get your finances, your debts cleared, your insurances. You want to make sure that you're not spending an extra dollar than you need to. Okay. Canceling those subscriptions that you haven't used, double checking, making sure nobody is trying to hack your account. Okay. You guys are really focusing on your money, focusing on your finances, focusing on how you can co-create. Okay. Trademark the logo. My have everything is trademark. I didn't think about trademark the logo, the arts, essentially. Okay. Yeah. Okay, because I definitely also I love it. I want to do some merch with it. Yes, focusing on your finances, okay? Your finances. And you guys have had a lot of responsibilities. And you guys have been asked to, you know, redo your look or redo something about yourself. Mercury and Venus retrograding in your sign. So you're thinking about things in a new way. You're wanting to present something in a new way, okay? Change up your hair, change up your style. Don't make any drastic changes though. But yeah, it's like, how do you care about yourself? How do you invest in your self-love and self-care? Okay. And that could just be time with God, time writing, time with yourself, right? Time in nature, all of those things. Yes, merch. I love that. Yeah, it's really cute. Like, I'm really feeling it. Okay. So we're going to do that. I also want to get pickle merch. Okay. We're doing pickle merch for Mars. Okay. But yes, you guys, with this full moon, it's giving, when you make plans, God laughs. So surrendering to divine intervention, facing, you know, shadow side, transformation, rebirth, heavy things, but it's really focused on money, okay? On getting your money right and realizing how maybe certain things have been passed down to you about money, certain beliefs about money that are not true. Yes, the lives are saved. And if you want to rewind, you can. Great. If you want to rewind, you can go to YouTube. You can go to Instagram. Okay. No, you can go to YouTube or Twitter to rewind. Now, I just had it. You guys had the 10 of Pentacles. Oh, it's right here. 10 of Pentacles. Okay. The 10 of Pentacles. And so this is also about patience, investments, and your ancestors reaching out to you. And it can also be about abundance. Okay. What are you spending your time, your energy, and your attention doing? Okay. And maybe the things that have been passed down to you from your ancestors. All right. And spending time with family. Okay, which can be very valuable. Okay, so hug your loved ones, kiss them, let them know you love them. We did it, you guys. All signs horoscopes, not once today, but twice. Okay, put some respect on my name. And I did like 7 readings today. So we've been working, you guys, and I hope to see you on Saturday for the Sweet as Honey Reiki. We're going to be going live. If you can't watch the live, you can watch the replay. If you're going to be out in the club, you're going to be out doing something, you can still receive the Reiki, okay? The Reiki is still going to be sent through time and space, okay? And so this is going to help you to sweeten and attract miracles to you, the things that you have been wanting, things you've been setting intentions to, sweeten your relationship, self-love, okay? Having your your way, something that you've been wanting to call in, being more charming, helping you build your relationships, not only romantic, but family, friendships, platonic. Okay, we're going to be going live. We're going to do our sound bath. Then we're going to get into our Reiki healing, our tarot reading, magic altar, Reiki report, all coming to you this weekend, honey. Secure a spot on my website, Big Empress Energy LLC.com. I got a very cute tapestry for it, very cute honey thing. So I hope to see you guys there. Sending you all my love and blessings, and I will talk to you later. Bye. Bye, bye, bye.